Good morning, pets, bitches, and losers. How the fuck is everybody? Today's my Monday. It would be your Tuesday if you work Monday through Friday. So, hi. I am, wanting, to actually kind of gear this beginning of the video towards you subs. Okay. So, I'm trying to think how, I'm getting my thoughts together. I should have really thought about how I wanted to open this. So anyways, I see a lot of DOMs talking about if you don't give aftercare to your subs, you're a shitty Dom. And the thing that really gets me more than anything is most of these girls they don't have a fucking clue about this business or industry or the life. And I'm sorry if I piss some chicks off by saying this. And I'm not saying that you should not make sure your subs are taken care of, but do you even really know what aftercare means and what types of aftercare there are? And subs, I'm going to say this to you also. If you really are that fragile to where you have one session with somebody and it's fucking you up, then you most likely should not be doing this right now. And I'm not saying that there are not a lot of fake DOMs or DOMs that just don't give two fucks about the subs, that they really, it's just all about the fucking money for them and they don't care how they get it. Like I said, there are people out there that they're not into this life. They're just a bunch of little fucking sociopaths that don't give two fucks about anybody but themselves. And I really feel that subs have to be in a good place to really not get damaged by some of these people. Now, if you have a owned sub or a sub that you session with a lot, and like I said, yeah, especially if you have a financial domination sub, of course DOMs should check in on their subs and make sure things are cool, and also talk to them. Not everything has to be like in the kink world constantly. And subs, like I said, if you have somebody who you feel like is just fucking draining you and using you and they don't appreciate you, that you don't feel good about this situation going on, get the fuck out. I mean, get out. There are plenty of DOMs out there that you can find that will, cater to the type of dominance you need. Even if you're a fucking sadist or masochist, if you're a masochist and I get it, but man, I'm not kidding you. If it is really fucking you up in your head, and then move on. And you have to realize DOMs are not therapists. They're not therapists. I'm not saying that I can't have a conversation with my subs and be like, hey, what's going on with you? And they can tell me, if they're sad or whatever and this and that. But you know what? There are things to where if I had a sub saying to me, I'm feeling really dark and I just sometimes I'm in a huge depression, my advice to them is seek help. I'm not a therapist. I do not want to tell people to do certain shit and then it not work for them and it make it worse. So some of you chicks need to fucking stop thinking that you're a fucking therapist. Fuck. And subs, don't depend on these girls to fucking fix your life. The only person who can fix your life is you. That's it. I really, sometimes people might be like, well, you just bash subs and blah, blah, blah. I don't fucking bash subs. I do not bash subs. I don't. I love subs. Honestly, can't have my kink life without them. I care about people in general on both sides of the spectrum. But I think a lot of these girls, and I'm talking to subs. Jesus Christ. I'm talking to subs more than I am the doms out there right now. They think they can fucking the moon, sun, stars, sets in their ass, and they think that they can sit there and fucking tell a lot of you guys that, don't worry, I'll make your life perfect. That's bullshit. Aftercare is important, especially like when I used to do real life sessions. Jesus Christ, after you fucking are whipping on somebody or whatever, you do want to check in with them. You do want to, every now and then just run your hand down their back or across their butt and just, give them a kind touch and just talk to them. Absolutely. Now, mentally can just be the same. So yeah, if I have a really hardcore humiliation session with somebody, I will check in on them. Maybe not right afterwards, that kind of, And I always tell my subs, if you need to check in with me because you're having an issue and you're feeling vulnerable or something, then please do. But Jesus Christ, these fucking girls that are like, aftercare is so important, and if you don't do aftercare on your subs, then you're a fucking monster. Some of these girls, I'm like, why don't you just fucking offer to suck their cock? Because it seems that that's not every time that you're going to do a fucking session on somebody, are you going to be like, okay, was that okay? Are you all right? Are you mentally okay? I'm sorry, but if I do a one-off session, I'm not going to check in with this person and be like, are you okay? There's this whole nurturing dom thing out there. That's fine. I'm nurturing in my own fucking way. And if you're a sub that really needs to be nurtured and handheld and coddled, I am so fucking not your dom. Am I kind? Am I, concerned? And do I have empathy towards my subs? Absolutely. I have that towards everybody, unless you're just a total dirtbag. And maybe some people really need that. They need that more yes, mistress, I love you, mistress. Thank you for loving me, mistress. I'm not making fun of anybody. If that's the type of shit you need, fine. But I'm going to tell you this one thing. You need to really look at the doms that you are looking at to serve. Do your research. I get it that attraction, looks, everything like that is first and foremost that people see. And if it makes your little dick twitch, then of course you're going to be interested in that dom. I get it. I'm older. I'm not some young thing. I am a required taste by certain people. I don't care. And I don't shame the guys that want to go after the 18-year-olds or whatever. Do you, boo. Do you. And I don't shame other doms either, as long as you're being ethical. And that's what you need to look for, is an ethical dom. If you're seeing a dom, if you're looking for one, look at her social media. Really look at her shit. And if she's sitting there fucking in constant drama, bad-mouthing people, and just fucking getting called out for all kinds of bullshit, that is not the dom you want. That isn't what you want. That means that bitch has issues. You don't want that. Here's another thing, and I've said this before, and I am not saying this because I just had my own sub who ghosted me. I'm not saying this because of that. I'm saying this because I read something this morning on Twitter, and then I think on Sunday, another post where these girls are getting so pissed off that subs are ghosting them. And it's kind of like, or here's the better thing. They're ghosting them, and then they're going and serving another dom. And these, one girl today, it was like her sub that she owned, and he's also in a debt contract with her for like $1,400. So my whole thing is, I get it, guys. I honestly get it. Nobody wants to hurt anybody's feelings. You don't want to feel guilty, whatever. But do yourself a favor. Do yourself a favor and just end things properly. You don't want to be, because the moment you do that shit, you will be slandered all over the frickin', and I guess it's not even slander. You're just going to be outed all over the community what a piece of shit you are and that you can't be depended on. Now, will you always be able to find a dom that doesn't give two fucks and all she's going to care about is your fucking money? Yeah, totally. But I would think you would actually want to serve somebody who has your best interests. So do your research. You know, and there is a big difference between a sub and a kinkster. I like both. You know, a sub is somebody who wants to worship and serve a dom. A kinkster is somebody who wants a dom to fulfill their kink. Will they be respectful and everything during that? Of course. But it doesn't necessarily mean that they want to serve you unconditionally. So if you have a kink, like feet, ass, whatever, you know, what your kink is, then, you know, be honest and be like, hey, I like feet. I just want you to, show me your feet, send me pictures of your feet, blah, 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 whatever your feet, and be done with it. Or, you know, I'm not saying that kinksters can't be like owned or anything like that, but then they're just like a sub with a strong kink. Not all of these guys and not all of you guys want to actually really just serve one person. That's fine. And I saw a sub. Whoa, what are you fucking doing? God, get the fuck over then. Oh, sorry. I saw a sub post yesterday. He was tired of getting emotionally invested in a dom and then getting hurt. So he was now just going to be a community sub. Do you know what a community sub is? A community sub is a sub that just goes around and tributes and serves multiple doms. They are not owned by anybody. They pick who they want at the time, so on and so forth. That's fine. Community subs are great. You know, at least they are honest and they're like, I can't choose. Or maybe they want to test the waters and then they find somebody they like. But this guy, when he said that, I was like, well, and I was being completely, I did not mean this in the shade way. I wasn't trying to be bitchy or anything. I really wanted to know. And I said, well, how did you get hurt? How did this hurt you? Because as a dom, I have to make sure I don't get too deep emotionally invested in my subs at times. And I know that sounds awful because you don't want to get hurt. I mean, I thought shit was good between me and my own sub. I thought, you know, he was my special pet. He was my fave. And then he just ghosted. I'm not going to lie that it didn't kind of like, oh. But I'm not fucking like crying over it and losing my mind or anything, because you can't go there, because subs can be fickle. And so can some doms. I mean, as a dom, I'll put it to you this way. As long as you are serving me, I will never ghost you. I will never ghost you. If I decide that I am no longer going to be doing this, which I think I'll probably do this till the day I fucking die. I'll be Granny. Yeah, Granny Dom. I'm so weird. I will never ghost you. Now, if I am busy, like, oh my God, I had my motorcycle wreck, then my nose stuff. I wasn't, I couldn't be attentive as much, but I let people fucking know. I let people know. I will never ghost you. Subs ghost all the time. They're cowards. I'm sorry if I'm calling you a coward. If you don't ghost, then you're not a coward. If you ghost, you're a fucking coward. I will never fucking ghost somebody. I will always be honest. I'll be like, this is not working out. This is not happening. We need to stop this because you are not healthy enough for this or whatever. I will not ghost you. You need to fucking do your research. So if you are becoming emotionally attached, invested in a dom, ask yourself why. Are you falling in love with this dom? No. Can you love a dom? Of course you can. But you should not be falling in love with a dom. Like, this is not a relationship type shit. Are there subs out there that have lifestyle relationships with their doms? And they actually, I know a couple doms where their subs are their significant others. So absolutely, but that's different. If you're just an online guy and come on, you have to guard yourself too. If you are looking for a dom to fill okay, doms shouldn't not be giving you the girlfriend experience, if that makes sense. And I'm not talking about in a sexual way. Your dom is not your girlfriend, okay? I am great when my subs are married or have girlfriends, as long as they're super respectful towards them and they're not using their money and not, I want them to have a healthy private life. If they don't and they want to try to get one, then if I can help them and give them advice and build up their confidence and stuff like that, and hey, I'll even help you with wardrobe and looks, whatever, I'll do that. I want them, if anything, as I always say, I am supposed to be putting a shine on my sub and making sure that I just enhance their life and help, curb a kink that they aren't able to get in their vanilla life. So subs, if you really want to serve, if you are a true sub and you want to serve a dom, I get it. Sometimes that dom becomes more than what you think she is. And you have to be careful. You have to be careful. Guard your heart like with anything else. I need to check my Twitter, but I don't think he ever responded to me. I was really curious. I was not even trying to be an asshole. I just was curious. I am very curious. If you are a sub and you've had your heartbroken or emotions fucked up or you've gotten too deep, tell me what that dom did. Go to my curious cat and tell me what that dom did. I'm not going to shame you or anything like that. As I've always said in my past videos, if I could go back in time, I'd be a forensic psychiatrist. I am fascinated with the human mind and stuff like that. So the more that I get to hear from subs on their experiences, whether they be positive or negative, the better it makes it for me. You know, the hardest thing for me is when I session with somebody for the first time, or if I session with them and I don't have a lot of background on them. Like yesterday, I'm not gonna lie, I did a small drain with this foot bitch that you know, he's tributed before and stuff like that, and I did a Skype thing. And there was one point where I called him a fucking loser, and then I like thought to myself, shit, I don't know if he likes even being called that. So yeah, you know, he kind of caught me off guard. I was on my computer, and then my fucking Skype went off, and I was like, bitch, how fucking dare you even come at me with Skype when I have not given you permission. So, you know, but I was like, okay, fine, let's do a session, and I did. But, you know, I just kind of was like, loser, fucking loser, da, da. And then I was just kind of like, oh, I wonder if he even likes that. So, yeah, sometimes it's kind of nice to know, like, what kind of humiliation you like. Yeah. But, anywho, subs, when I post stuff on my Twitter about, like, aftercare and stuff like that, it has nothing to do with, I don't think people deserve aftercare. It's always good to check in with somebody. But Jesus fucking Christ, I will tell you, ladies, if you're watching this shit, I hope the fuck you are. But if you feel like you have to, every time you do a fucking session with somebody, that you have to turn around and be like, so are you okay, puppy? I mean, Jesus Christ all fucking mighty. And stop shaming other doms for how they do their shit. Just stop. All doms, stop fucking, throwing shade and being fucking petty with other doms because they don't dom the way you do. All this fucking nurturing shit, like I said, I get it. There are some subs out there that absolutely want that shit. But if you're a nurturing dom, more fucking power to you. Then you are going to attract that type of sub. But not every fucking sub wants to be, coddled and everything like that. So stop fucking criticizing other doms that are posting stuff that aren't your groove. And, ladies, and the ones that kill me, it's like some of you bitches have been at this literally for 2 weeks. 2 motherfucking weeks. And you're just like, you're reading shit and you're just fucking and don't sit there and like, I've been doing this forever. I may have not been online. I've been doing this forever. I mean, bitch, you said that you just started. I agree with that. I've only had my account since July. I've only been practicing online stuff since July. But Jesus fucking Christ, I lived the life. I lived the fucking life. In person. In fucking person. Sessioning with people. I had a financial sub. I had a couple. In person, not online. Not online. So, it is a learning curve for me too, but stop fucking reading what people do, and I was guilty of even doing this, and I was like, fuck this. It's like you see these doms that do really fucking great, and then you start wanting to emulate how they are. And maybe you are a little like that. And I'm not saying you can't learn from these people, but you have to develop your own persona. And maybe it's a little of this, a little of that. You figure it out. But stop with what you think people are going to want to hear. You need to stay true to yourself, because if you're just thinking that so-and-so, this is going to attract this and that, subs, here's where I'm going to say to you too, then that's not real. That's not who you are. You want somebody who honestly is being their authentic self in this. This is not a fucking act for me. This is who I am. You either fucking like me or you don't. And if you don't, that's okay. Move the fuck on. It's all right. There's a lot of people, subs, doms, that I don't fucking like, that I don't agree with. But I'm like, I cannot give two fucks. I do not care. I move on. I don't want to deal with the drama. What are you doing? Why are you coming into my lane? Swear to God, people can't drive. So, subs, do your research. Really check her out. Chat a little bit. If you want to chat with a dom, just tribute a little bit. Just to get a conversation going. You could be like, hey, I just tributed you $20 just because I want to have a small conversation to see if you're the type of dom that I like. It's as easy as that. Okay, now this is for subs and doms, mostly doms. So if you go to my Twitter, in my little website thing, it says all my links. If you click on all my links, it gives you my YouTube channel, my Twitter, my Curious Cat, my Amazon wish list, and stuff like that. Well, here's something that I was going to tell doms also. If you want another way that people contribute to you, you can now on your all my links, you can do campaigns. So I have a campaign going being like, hey, do you want to contribute to my lifestyle, my bills, my car payment, my rent, so on and so forth. And then you put an amount, and then you put different amounts that people can contribute to you. And, or right now I am trying to build up my BDSM equipment and wardrobe. So, they can, tribute to that too on there. And all my links only takes 10%. And I think it can be, as far as I know, it should be universal, as far as if any of you are from a different country besides America, and have you ever tributed on all my links, let me know and tell me how that works out. Go to my Curious Cat or make a comment in the comments below. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. And that's a way for subs to be able to just, hey, hi, I just wanted to get your attention, and so on and so forth. I thought that was awesome. All my links, that's awesome. Cheers to that shit. That's really neat. So there's another, and I don't think they give two fucks about sex work. I could be wrong. Do not quote me on that. But a ton of sex workers use it, and I don't think they really care. I don't know. Doesn't seem to be an issue. I mean, I don't know. So yeah, I thought that was really cool. If you, in my description, I will actually have a referral link to all my links if you want to sign up. I use referral links because if you refer people, sometimes you get a little bump, and it doesn't come out of the person's account at all. So that's kind of cool. But I'll have a referral thing, and that's for performers. And if you want to tribute on that, subs, you can go ahead and sign up too. So it's kind of cool. I thought that was new and different. I think I put that, I talked about that earlier on an earlier video, but I wasn't sure yet. I hadn't, one thing, they don't give me a fucking notification being like, because you have to give them your bank info and stuff like that, and I think you have to give them a picture of you holding your shit or some shit like that. I don't know. But anywho, I'm at work and I gotta park, and the fucking parking looks like shit today. So anywho, yeah, people, take care of yourselves. Whether you're a fucking sub or a dom, just do your research. I cannot fucking stress this enough. Do your research on who you are trying to fucking serve. You know, guys, stop thinking with your dick all the time. You know? But anywho, as you guys know, have a fabulous day. And I will chat more tomorrow. I am always up for suggestions on what you guys want to hear me talk about. Also, I'm thinking I'm going to do, how would you guys feel about me doing interviews with other DOMs? That could be interesting. And if there's any other DOMs on here that are interested, hit me up and let me know. Maybe you could be my first one. And that goes for new girls too. This is a great promotion tool. So anywho, I am going to go to work now. Vanilla Life calls. So as we all know, bitches, tribute.